Cobra Froch, one of the great... Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Oh, he took that jab well. And follow with a straight right hand. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. These two were made for each other. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that time counter shot? Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
He threw a punch and just... I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down on to the second round. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knockdown twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That left hook missed. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice counter shot. When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Defense Defense is not an option for these two. It's bombs away. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Froch in trouble. And the Cobra is down. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Those counter punches have to hurt. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Took about Froch in that last round. So let's get it started in round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when...
Hold on a second, Johnny. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
That's light. 1, 2...
They're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
So they look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Jab slightly off target. It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Missed him with that uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Punch, counter punch. That punch landed. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Froch in that. Here we go to the fourth round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That counter shot lands. Tried to score with a jab. Oh no, Carl Froch got caught. He somehow weathered the storm.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace.
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
I knew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, and you got away with it. You can do it again.
Here's the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Caution being thrown to the wind. His stamina is off the charts. These punches coming from every angle. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice punch. Nice counter shot. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Let's see how... There's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these 2 elite-level middleweights. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. So close to that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. Nice counter. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The punch is beginning to take its toll. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Froch in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship material.
And there's the bell to start round 6. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The right hook misses. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Got out of the way of that right hook. And there's no doubt about it, as we see it again, that body shot did them in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
Hold that thought! We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Big, heavy blow, and Saul is down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Alvarez in that. Here comes round 7. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They ring the bell, and here we go. That left hook misses. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from 2 world-class elite middleweights. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
There's a counter shot. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped. Round 8, and we're off again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
His stamina is off the charts. They throw a shot, they get counters. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? And one of the all-time greats, Froch, goes down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
The jab not finding its target. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. Holding nothing back here in the round. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Beautiful counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. And that's it.